Hey friends, you're welcome back to my channel. We'll be making this yummy zucchini chicken meatballs, and I can bet you this is a straightforward recipe without too many complications, but you're sure to get a wow dish after this. So to learn how to make this yummy dish, just keep watching and let's get cooking. I start by prepping my ingredients to make the meatballs, and right now I'm chopping my tomatoes, which I'll be using for the chicken meatballs. Put this aside onto a tray and also get ready some onions that will also be put in the chicken meatballs. All the ingredients for this dish will be listed in the description below, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. Just watch the video and then you can go to the description and get all the ingredients needed for this meal. So now I'm grating my onions that I will be putting into the chicken meatballs, like I said earlier. Set this aside onto a bowl. Then we have the zucchini. I'll be using zucchini for this chicken meatballs, and that was why I called it zucchini chicken meatballs, because this zucchini is my way of incorporating vegetables, pure vegetables, into the chicken meatballs that is not just meat. So, and then for the kids, for those that their kids don't like veggies, you can use this to incorporate vegetables. Even for adults, you can incorporate the vegetables into something that you like, so that you can have a wholesome meal. That's just the main essence of this whole thing. So I grate the zucchini, then we squeeze out all the water from the zucchini. Good, but we don't want the chicken we don't want the minced chicken to be soggy. That's why I'm removing all the water from the zucchini. Then into our blender, I'll start putting in the chicken breast, cut chicken breast. Add some cloves of garlic, some Portuguese choriço, 1 scotch bonnet pepper, some leek, and then we'll blend. I'll still put in the other vegetables. I just decided to put in this so that the grinder doesn't get, or the blender doesn't get too full. But you see, as we go on, that everything that you have on the table, the zucchini, the tomatoes, will all go into the chicken breast. It's just for us, since we don't have too tall a blender, I just have to do it batch by batch so that everything can be well incorporated. When everything is well blended, we'll now put it out on a tray, scrape out the minced meat or the minced chicken out of the blender into a tray. We'll do the rest, the last batch of everything, the vegetables, the Portuguese choriço, scotch bonnet pepper, cloves, chicken breasts, tomatoes, and then we'll blend. scrape out the last batch before we start molding. We'll get ready. We'll start molding the minced meat, and I'm just sprinkling some salt onto our minced meat and a pinch of a seasoning cube just to season the minced meat for it not to be bland. Then with this time to get our hands dirty, and I just washed my hands so it will be easy for me to make the molds. Also, what you'll be needing for this is some breadcrumbs, and this is homemade breadcrumbs that I made in my previous video. If you want to learn how to make your own homemade breadcrumbs, you can watch the video in the description above. So with our breadcrumbs, we start to mash the breadcrumbs with the minced chicken, making sure that everything is well incorporated. I added a little bit more breadcrumbs just to make it more solid, but you can put less breadcrumbs if you want it very soft. I just didn't want it to dissolve or to disintegrate in the sauce. That was why I had to make it a little bit tougher, and because my family likes the meatballs to be chewy, that was why I added more breadcrumbs. But if you want it softer, very soft meatballs, then you have to put less breadcrumbs in your minced meat. So with an ice cream scoop is helping me to get an even size. Then using our hands, we mold into balls and we put aside in a tray. This of course will produce approximately 24 or 25 meatballs with this ice cream scoop. So I want to believe that it might be more than enough for a meal. That's why it's good to make as many as possible, and whatever remains you can store away in the fridge. So right now I have the meatballs almost done. I'm just doing the last batch so we can finish everything, store some away in the freezer, and then we use some meatballs to make our yummy meatball sauce. Good, we're done. Take this and set aside. We're done now. We have everything all ready. We'll take this and set aside. We'll start making our sauce, and into my pot on my wok I'll be adding some extra virgin olive oil. Then when the oil is hot enough or starts to sizzle, we'll start adding the meatballs gently into our wok or into the pot so we can fry them. After a few minutes, when you see the sides beginning to brown, then it's time to flip over and to make sure that the other side cooks as well. When this has fried, we'll put it aside in a separate plate so we can fry the rest of the meatballs and then commence with our sauce or stew. When they have fried also, the second batch, we'll bring them out to join the others in the tray. Okay, now let's start making our sauce. And into the hot oil that we use for the meatballs, I'll start crushing in some cloves of garlic to infuse our oil. Adding also some cut garlic into the oil, as well as our chopped onions. Stir together. We'll then add in our tomato puree into the sauteed onion and garlic. Stir together. I'll add some water to release every content that I have in my bottle. Shake, shake, and pour into the pot. Good. We'll add in some onion powder. Cover the pot and allow the tomato puree to fry. We'll check on this now after a few minutes and we can see that it has fried dry. This is now the time to dump in our fried meatballs. Stir gently. Add in a pinch of salt. Cover again. Let's check on our meatballs and it looks good. It has cooked very well. And we just added that small pinch of salt because we already seasoned our meatballs when we were making it, so we don't need to put lots of salt in the sauce. And this looks amazing. It's that simple. Stir this gently. I'll then add in some fresh basil leaves and some fresh thyme into our sauce. I just love the taste of basil leaves or the taste of basil in this sauce. It just tastes awesome. It tastes so good. You can put more, you can put less, however you prefer. I just put it now because I'll still add some when I'm dressing my food. but this gives it a wonderful taste. So if you love lots of basil, feel free to add as much as you want. Do give this video a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to share with your friends. This looks so good and it's sizzling hot. You see how easy that was? I hope you enjoyed this video. Now we'll start serving our meal, and I already cooked my spaghetti, and this is now to add the meatballs onto our plate to enjoy this wonderful dish. Just cut off some basil to dress our dish. Add a little bit more meatballs. Oh, you see how yummy that looks? I know you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks so much guys, and see you next time. Bye.